Yeah. No, I remember, what was it, Michael Jai White. I asked him why he never went to the UFC, and he goes, "Man, most of those guys are broke.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but most of them." And it seems like, for example, I interviewed Tito Ortiz, and yeah, he was one of the top guys, and he made millions. But he started breaking down his surgeries, and it was like back surgery here, arm surgery here, slip disc here, another back surgery here, and it's just like, yo, like you really just sacrifice your entire body in order to do this.
I've had 8 surgeries myself through my career. I've had ACL replaced my left knee, ACL replaced my right knee, 50% of my meniscus taken on my right knee, L4-5, S1 fused in my lower back, T3, T2, T2, T1, T1, C7 disc replacement, C7, C6 fuse, C6, C5 fuse, C5, C4 disc replacement, and a reattached retina, and probably about maybe 10 to 12 concussions. And, that's probably about as much damage as I sustained, but I continue to do it because I love it. I have a great doctor. The surgeon has been amazing. The neurosurgeon that has worked on my spine is amazing, but it's the recovery and taking care of my body, not partying, not going out partying all the time with my buddies. I'm a family man. I take care of my kids. My kids is what keep me grounded. My kids are what keep me humble because I want to show them what hard work and dedication can pay off to.
But the UFC is smart because they bought up all their competition over the years. So it's like a very different effect. Or if you want to fight MMA, then you kind of have to do the UFC thing. You could do Bellator, but that shit's pretty tiny in comparison. Whereas in boxing, there's all these competing leagues. You can go do your own event and stuff. So that completely like elevates the amount that fighters get paid. Whereas with the UFC, it's like you really don't have any other options. So they can afford to force lower level fighters to like slowly, barely make enough to get by over the years, just hoping to get to that point of getting $1 million for a fight,
Yeah. Shout out to everyone who really does this because it's a thankless job.
Right.
And a very few amount of people actually get to the point where they actually are rich.
Right.
And usually that comes at a very high cost into their bodies. Well, on the same bill was Bosco 100 and Gonzo.
Which I did not see, but I heard it was a draw.
Yeah, it was a draw overall.
Okay.
And I actually had Bosco here the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're actually going to start running the clips tomorrow. And apparently the two of them were like Twitter beefing with each other for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then they finally just got in the ring. And I asked him why they're wearing headgear. Mm-hmm. And he said because the weight difference was so big.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it was so big that they didn't want to actually sanction it at all.
Okay.
Then I guess Snoop came in and said, okay, well, we got to work something out. And then the headgear was sort of the compromise.
That's funny that Snoop could make that call. That's dope.
Do you think there'll be more celebrity boxing now that you're starting to see this type of thing?
I think, yeah, more and more people are starting to see the value in it. The same way that you see, all these rappers doing OnlyFans things and all these rappers moving to different states because they don't want to pay the taxes in LA and stuff. I feel like you're going to see a lot more rappers really seeing the value in it. Like, to me, this is all, like, if that Soulja Boy and Chris Brown fight had happened all those years ago,
right,
that would have been the thing that would have, like, basically the YouTubers and the TikTokers took this space because they had less to lose. If you had seen, like, big names like Soulja Boy and Chris Brown sort of, like, usher this new era in years ago, I think you would be looking at it right now like as a way, way bigger thing. But yeah, I think definitely because that Jake Paul fight, like you're telling me, like you saw the level of excitement there was for like Gucci versus Jeezy, right?
Right.
You put them motherfuckers in a boxing ring. Oh, I'm watching
right now. Yeah. Well, I never thought that Chris Brown and Soulja Boy was going to happen.
Yeah, but
I just knew
of hope.
I didn't even see that because, well, number one, Soulja Boy would have done it for a big enough check.
Right.
But Chris Brown had a certified, consistent and long musical career. Not to say that Soulja Boy didn't as well, but not on the level of a Chris Brown.
No.
Chris Brown continued to just, every album would do gold, platinum, big songs all throughout. Soulja Boy kind of has his ups and downs, and he's back up right now. And I'm super happy for him. But at the time, I mean, Chris Brown was still one of the top, if not the top R&B guys of the era. So why would he get into a ring and potentially get knocked out?
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. I just don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge risk to take as a celebrity to get in there and just go for it. Like if you really have something to lose, and that's what, that's why people are paying to watch Jake Paul fight, is because we all know that he's got something to lose. He's got a lot on the line here, and it's, going to be an interesting conclusion. But yeah, I mean, like if some genius came along, like they do all these Triller fights and stuff. Triller's tapped in the hip hop world. You'd think that if there were enough potential fights to be made, then you would see it happening. No sign yet, but